practicals. Also, it's not the specific thing.
And I do agree with him. Even the companies do offer, don't offer 6 pointers a job, and even they are fixing the cutoff of things 8.5. And also, especially we can take the case of NIT calendar, wherein even teachers are giving more preferences only to the pointer rather than giving to the knowledge. Even the teachers are being trained like that. Then how can teachers come and teach the students in another way?
And even speaker number 1, I feel that during our early classes, more practical sessions should be included in our curriculum. Apart from the theory classes, and in the example of US and other developed countries, they are including more practical sessions in the lower classes itself, like in high schools. They are including more practical, technical classes. So
I agree to speaker number 2. The thing is that change should be made at the lower primary level. Google systems that once existed should be commemorated, included in it with the advancement of technology. So both systems clubbed would bring up a better educational system in India.
I like to add
It's not all specific. It should be specific. If a student is interested in the civil engineering, what he has to do with the comms skill electrical subjects.
One point
the student doing this, these didn't meant for they don't help in his future also. And the point is, if a student fails in these subjects in the first sem, he can't be promoted to the next sem. So his future is lost.
I like to add one more point because there are some basic things that have to be learned first and then carry on with other subjects. Yes, it's because there are some basic things that have to be learned because in order to perform better in some subject you need to have some prerequisites which you have to master first and then you have to study. But what we can do is rather redefine what's actually going on, giving importance to more of a practical oriented knowledge than just mugging up what is there in the textbooks, and then reproducing the same thing and giving importance to the students who have reproduced the same thing and got a good
One
mark.
point I would like to add is after the 1970 to 1974 reform, no further reforms have been taken up by the government since then, apart from starting new schools during that period. So more budget has to be allotted to bring up more schools and provide teachers who teach the students with proper education so that they can provide better education.
The Kapil Sibal, who is the present Education Minister of India, what he has done, he made the single exam for all
And even first, in order to get a change in the education system, first teachers have to change themselves. Because it is the main point, teachers have to change themselves and then they train the students in order to see a better living rather than just better earning.
Also the education policy in India. The Kapil Sibal, what he did for the engineering and the medical, there is only one exam now, but it's not good. The student which is having the engineering as the subject, the medical thing is not required for him, but the same exam is not good.
Mathematics
is required for that, it's not good.
Deep dearth of teachers in the current education scenario. All those who are properly educated are going to foreign countries to search better salary. Students should have proper patriotism so that when they become old, they can become better teachers and stay with the
I agree with speaker number 3. These days there is a lack of good teachers especially in the lower classes. So this should change as the government should put in more policies and put in more increase their salaries so that more are interested to go for the teaching job.
Yet another point missed was that nowadays students only go for engineering and medicine stream. So teacher, student and students' parents should be given a better awareness to go into different streams and shine there in other streams also.
My idea is to use new technology in this education system. Like teach them new things, not the old things which have been still taught, multiplexers, old kind of RSS and practice.
The things
which have been implemented in the industry nowadays.
Agreeing with Speaker 3, I feel that our standards of education should be met with the international standards. Because if you see the Nobel laureates or the present designers or the topmost individuals, professionals of industry are mostly foreigners. You see, I think I may ask you, can you name an recent like Nobel laureate from our country in this field of science or research? You can hardly name. You can name Megatraman. Yeah, but he is not an Indian. Like suppose I feel that Indian standards are far less. So revamping of Indian system of education should be necessary.
Also, the education is not that the scholarships are less. The students which can't afford these colleges and schools, they will remain illiterate, and it's a curse to our country. Also,
and as many of vacancies for the teachers in the institutions, and those vacancies are not yet filled. Like in our department, AC department, there are vacancy for 25 teachers. 51 teachers have to be accommodated 25 teachers teach in the department and 25
As many of my friends were speaking, I think they were telling mostly they were as typical Indian students or typical Indian fellowships of Indian education system. Like they are very mostly on job orientation. Like why would you speak mostly on job? Like yes, at the end of
I
the
agree
year.
with the speaker that the education system should build attitude for a person. As a Harvard University conducted an interview, 85% success comes due to the attitude of a person and 15% to the knowledge of the student. So we should build a good attitude. The education system should make a good human in order to.
According
And also maybe
along
the
with the technical education, we should also be given the moral education. It's not a part of the curriculum. Just
And
to
also
add-
Indian universities should also give very good importance to the sports because
Can you conclude? Can you conclude? One more comment.
I think the proper revamping of the education should be on three aspects. One is the introduction of technology in education, and the second one, proper allocation of budget by the government to revamp the educational system, and third, by the active and proper attitude of the students today towards education rather than just getting degrees, and fourth one, the attitude of the society towards molding the students so that they can become better teachers and revamp the education system in the future.
Okay, guys. So how was this GD?